Hello and welcome to the Home and Learn video course for visualbasic.net. I'm Kenny Carney and today we're going to be doing, what are we doing? If statements, conditional logic, if statements. So you can go here on the website if you prefer the text version. Let me open the software. I've already created a form here. So if you create a new project for yourself, add a button and a text box. I'll put them on the default names. Text box 1. You double click your button. I've already added some comments here. Conditional logic, if statements. So for conditional logic, what are you doing? You're asking if one condition is met, then you should do this. If it's not met, then you do something else. Let me give you an example. And the conditional logic, it will use if, then, else, else if. Let me give you an example. Let's set up a score, some sort of score. A dim score as, we'll have it short. And I want to get at that text box. So score equals sign. Text box 1, wasn't it? Text box 1 dot text. If statements are quite easy, to be honest, in visualbasic.net. It starts with the word if. Oops. Oh my god. If. Then you want a condition to test. I want to know whether, let's say, I want to check whether score equals 100. In a space, then the word then. Then, if you press your enter key, you get an end if. So if you're setting up an if statement, it has to have a corresponding end if. The condition itself, this is the condition, and it's got to evaluate to either true or false. So if score equals 100, that can only be either true or it can be false. Then in between the if and end if is where you write your code for wherever you want to happen. Let's just have a message box, right? Message box, dot sure. And what kind of message? Or something. Wow. Maximum points. Let me close up that space. Let's see what happens when we start the program. There's my form. Let me enter something in the text box. Let me enter 100. See what happens. Click me. Wow, maximum points. What if I change this to 10? What happens? Nothing happens. So we haven't written any code in the if statement to see what happens when it's not 100. Going back to the code, you can add an else part to your if statements. Else, return key on a new line, and a new message box. Got to just copy and paste that other one. Sure. What should we have? Something really harsh. Loser. Right. So in here, you're testing whether a condition is true or not. If it is true, then you get this part of the code is getting executed. If it's not true, then the else part will get executed. Bug, start without debugging. 100. Wow, maximum points. Let me put it on 10 again. And there we go, loser. So I didn't get the maximum points, which is very harsh. As well as if and else, you can have else if, all is one word, else if. So else if, and you need the condition to test again. Let's see, score equals 90. And then you need another then. Press the enter key. And let me have another message box as the code. Message box, it's actually sorry. Background score. Right, so now we're testing two conditions. If score equals 100, so if that's true, then you get this message box. And you've got else if score equals 90. So if that evaluates to true, then it executes here. This one. Else, anything else, if it's not 100 or 90, then you'll get this one. Let me have a check. I'll type 90 in. Do we get excellent? Excellent score. 9. Loser. Does my 100 still execute? Yes. Well, excellent bytes. Go back to here. You can add more else if parts. You can add as many of these as you want. Else if score equals 80. Then you need some more code. Let's have another message box. So, good score. So now I've got 3 conditions I want to test for. One is if the score is 100, else if it's 90, else if score is 80. So whichever of those evaluates to true, then its own little code gets executed. See what does that. What did I say? So 80, it should be good score. Good score. To help you narrow down your conditions, there's something called conditional operators. I've set them up already here. Conditional operators. You've got greater than, which is a right pointy bracket. A left pointy bracket, which is less than. Also greater than or equal to, which is a right pointy bracket and an equal sign. And you've also got less than or equal to, which is a left pointy bracket and an equal sign. You've got 3 more operators there, and or not. Let's see how they work. What you'll do for the first one. Give some space here. I'll say if score, we'll use a greater than 50. See? Then I want to add an else if part. Else if score is less than 50, then do something else. Be about copy and paste one of these. Copy, paste. What's it saying? Good score. Bad score. So the condition is now not an equal sign, it's a greater than sign. If score is greater than 50, and this part of the code gets executed. If score is less than 50, then we've got this other part of the code executing. Let's have a look. So we put 60. Good score. That's the other if statement still executing. 40. Click me, bad score. Loser. So for this one, and for the code here, it doesn't exit the code here. It will just go straight down and execute this one, which is why you saw the second message boxes, which is that one. You can also use the greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. Let's see how they work. I'll get rid of that one. It's quite straightforward, I think you'll get that one. Alright, so I can say something like this. If score is greater than or equal to 90, and score is less than or equal to 99. Alright, so for this one, if score is greater than or equal to 90, which is that condition, so we've got 2 conditions here, and score is less than or equal to 99. So both of these conditions have to be true, and if they're both true, then you get this one executing. But if this condition was say true and that one was false, then the whole thing would be evaluated as false, and it would move on to this one. Let me have another score. The score is greater than or equal to 80, and So you need to get variable again, less than or equal to 89. Then let me see how that works. Let me have a score of exactly 100 maximum points. Now say 88. Is that exactly excellent score? Be 88. And the third one gets executed. Anything else? 56. I'm a loser. Let's go back to the code. I can also use OR, the OR statement. I can say if score, it's not score, is it? Score equals 0 or score equals 1, then the other message box, no scoring. That one. A different message. Seriously. Terrible. So now, for this one again, we've got two conditions to test. If the score equals 100 or score equals 1. If both of those, right, if either of those gets evaluated to true, then the whole line is true and this one gets executed. So for this one it could be 1 or this one could be 0. Let me test that one out. Have a look. 0. Seriously terrible. That's the other one executing. 1. Seriously terrible. What happens if I put just 44? It just goes straight into loser. It doesn't execute that one at all. So if anything else other than 0 or 1, then this one does not get executed. There's also the not operators. So I can say something like if score does not equal 100. So it's a left pointy bracket and a right pointy bracket. Means if score does not equal 100, then no maximum. Maximum. Start. That means anything. No maximum. Loser. You can also nest if statements. You can have a nested if statement. Let me get rid of this one. I can say if score is greater than 0, and let me move this end if down to here, right at the bottom. That's the matching end if. Sometimes it's difficult to see, and that one gets indented. Let me close up the space there. Some extra space there. Right, so now we've got nested if statement. So the first one says if score is greater than 0, then do all this. I can add an else part here if you like. Else. I could add not the loser. B. What's up? No score. So for this one, if it is greater than 0, then all of this if statement will get executed. If it's not greater than 0, then we get this one. Let me try. Didn't want that one. Oh, come on, man, what's it doing? Right, no, that's okay. I just got the wrong one there. Sorry about that. Just going to enter 0. And no score. That one gets executed. The reason I was getting a nice error message is because I didn't convert this to a string. I could have done something like val text, and then you get a default of 0. There's one more thing I want to show you. If you remember from the last lesson, we had a message box, and I said there's something called a dialog results, and you can test which button on a message box was clicked. Did the user click yes, or did the user click no? For this you can use an if statement. Let me get rid of this. I don't know whether we want that one. I got some code down here. All the comments. Let me cut it from here and paste it in here. Right. There's a toggle on here for comments, uncomment the selected lines, or comment them. This one takes the comments off. Alright, this was my idiot test from last time, wasn't it? I don't think I need this one. Well, this is the code we had last time. We set up a message. You are an idiot. Do you wish to continue? The message caption was idiot test. This time we've added a new type of variable, dialog result. And as you can imagine, it's to do with dialog results, which is message box. I've got message result there. The message result was message box.show. So whichever of these two buttons is clicked, yes, no, cancel, you'll see it appear here. Let me have yes, no rather than yes, no, cancel. Alright, message box, the buttons, we'll have yes, no. So only two choices. Alright, so here is the condition now. If message result equals dialog result.yes, then execute this code. If message result equals dialog result no, let's do this one. Let's see how this one works. No, let's begin. You are an idiot. You wish to continue. Let me click yes first. You agree, idiot. Click me. Now click no. You disagree, idiot. Alright, so that yes and no result went in here, message result, and then we tested what was inside of that variable. This is the condition. If this one is true, do this. Or if that one's true, do that. Actually, you could get rid of all this. You could get rid of that one. And you could put an else part. Oops, I think. Alright, because if there's only two yes and no, and you can do the first one yes, and if it's not yes, then obviously it must be no. And I think that's enough about if statements. In the next one, we'll do something called a select case statement, which is also conditional logic. See you then.